You're live. Hello, everyone. Please tell me you can hear me. All right, mate. There's Ian. How's it going? Can you hear me? I've had. Yes, come on. Perfect. I don't know why that happened. Everyone's shining. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming back. I can't even remember what we're talking about, but anyway, yeah. Lee just mentioned, come on, it's the weekend, Don. You'll be all right. Go back on and stream. Stop being a pussy. Well, the reason why I'm looking to get away is it's coming up for tea time, and I'm getting up at 2:30 in the morning to go to my work. 6 day weeks. 6 day weeks now. The footy's over. Back in doing Saturday work. Time and a half. What can you say? So I'm getting up at 2:30 in the morning. So I'm not. I kind of am like, I better go. But Lee, have you anything to say on this matter? Go watch the SA NFL Grand Final. I've seen a little bit of the highlights of it. So, oh, mate, Ewan. I give so much credit for Tavernier's defending. Sometimes I say actually he is all right. He does quite a lot of good things. Obviously, in an attacking sense of it, he's good. But what the hell was he doing last night, mate? To be honest, anytime we get them at us, we didn't look good at the back, which is not what you could say throughout the course of the season. We've been pretty good, but that was abysmal last night, wasn't it, mate? It really did cost us. Do you think Gold Coast will ever make top 8? Clash. It depends. That's a good question. It depends entirely on how long they want to spend money on them for the AFL before they admit this isn't working. I think if you're going to pump money into a club like they are going to be doing over the next few years with the draft picks, the money that they're going to have available to bring in these guys in, wages, etc. Yeah, as a Suns fan, sadly, I say no. John, thanks for that comment, mate. The thing with the Suns is, I think with any business, like you've got to look at the Suns the way the AFL is looking at them as a business. Any business needs to have its customers. Now, with the Suns, can you argue they have enough customers, members, supporters being the customers being the supporters, the fan base? The simple answer to that question is no. They don't have enough to keep themselves sustained, to bring the money in, gate receipts, merchandise sales. There's not enough of them. Simply put, there is not enough of them, and the Metricon Stadium's not sold out. It's not a great sporting sight, is it, to see an empty stadium when a team's playing? And then obviously when they lose games, the numbers drop even more. So it's just a spirals out. It's a snowball effect. It just gets worse and worse. And as the old saying goes, shit does roll downhill, doesn't it? For the Suns, they're going to need a lot of money spent on them. They're going to need it spent on them for the next few years. But as I was saying at the start of the live stream, how long does the AFL spend money on this project? And if there's no rewards being seen, do they just cut their losses at that point? It's one of those ones that they keep spending and spending and spending and admit this isn't working? Or do you look at other options, as in relocating the Gold Coast Suns to other footy daft areas? There is footy fans in the Gold Coast. John, obviously, one of them. And it's a shame, really, for the footy fans that are there and do go, that there's not enough of them. Jay, I didn't hear about that there for 12 seconds. That sounds incredible. 2 a.m. in Australia. See you later, mate. Got to go, Gavin. Good luck, mate. I'm from North Queensland, so I say relocate them to Townsville. I'm not too sure of the geography of that. Does it make sense? Are they going to get the fan base there? Is there an appetite of the people in Townsville to have an AFL club on their doorstep in the Gold Coast Suns? Is this something that's viable? Is it still going to need a lot of investment from the AFL? Are other clubs going to be pissed off with the constant spending and a constant draft pick like favouritism that the Gold Coast Suns going to get? I actually agree that they need to do it. But my question to the AFL would be, for how long do you keep doing this for not to get the rewards on the footy field? Ultimately, it's about getting results. And if they're not getting results, do they have to sit down at the drawing board and go, right, we've put time and money into this. It hasn't worked. It needs to stop. I don't want to see it fail. I want the project to work. But it is still very much, the word I used, is still very much a project. It must be very hard for you, John, to look at these guys and go, I really enjoy watching them. They are not a team that you could get excited about. I commend you for going to the games and watching them. It shows true loyalty to go to the games when a team's not winning, losing 18 games in a row, quite an empty stadium around you. Players look like they're defeated before they start. The manager doesn't seem to have the answers. So lots and lots of things that you need to take into consideration with the Gold Coast Suns' current project. I mean, they've seemed to have rolled out the draft thing for a few years. This isn't just going to be 1 year, 2 years. This is 3, 4, 5 years possibly. We're looking at draft picks, priority for the Gold Coast Suns, probably handouts in terms of finances as well, because the business as it stands in the Gold Coast Suns point of view is not making money, so they're going to have to be given money from the top of the top of the pile, the AFL. Pat Fisher, hey mate, I think the AFL should shut down the Gold Coast because they have no fan base, and I believe they should make a team in Tasmania because there will be fans and they already have the venue. They do have the venue, the University of Tasmania Stadium. Correct me if I'm wrong, they have 2 grounds down there, I think, in Tasmania. They're fanatical about the sport. They absolutely love footy. They're a hardened type people down there as well, so I can imagine they'll jump on board to the team that gets relocated there. As I say, fanatical about it. It could be a really tough place to go. The weather isn't always on the opposite team's side as well down there. It could be more, you'd be coming up against the elements a little bit more down in Tassie as well, which could play in the advantage to people in Tasmania who are more used to it as well. Hey, Don, have you heard of the Samuel Davis story? I haven't. You'd have to help me there. Hawthorn obviously play a couple of games down there in Tassie. I think North Melbourne play a couple of games down there in Tassie as well to keep the Tasmanian crowd happy, giving them a few games to go to. I mean, the sheer scale of the travel in Australia is enormous. So for the Tasmania fans, it gives them something. They're fanatical about this sport. I'd like to see them with a team. Whether or not it's going to be the Gold Coast, I don't know. Lee, they reckon a Tassie side could come in the next 5 to 10 years. I would like to see it happen. It would be great. They've got the venues, it's already been pointed out. They've clearly got the appetite and the hunger for it down there. They've got the passion for the game, haven't they? They've got the fan base that would go to the games and watch them. The Tasmanian Devils, it has to be. You look at the Melbourne Demons, the Richmond Tigers, the Brisbane Lions. It just has to be the Tasmanian Devils, does it not? It just has to be. It's like peas and fucking peas in a pot. Like peas and carrots just go together. It just can't be anything else, surely. It just makes sense, you know. And it's a place that kind of intrigues me a little bit, Tasmania, because as much as they're Australian, they seem to be Tasmanian people seem to be proud of being from Tassie. I suppose you're always proud of where you're from, but could they be slightly different in their mindset as well from normal Australians as such, or as Australian people from mainland Australia? You know, that's just a question I have. I don't know. I'm just saying they kind of seem to be a little bit more we're Tasmanian. That's just it. What about Darwin? Another thing. The thing about was pointed out earlier in the previous stream was when the Northern Territory, Darwin, is the heat up there. It could be a factor in the reasons of not having a team in the Northern Territory. But nobody can question the sheer passion, the love that people in the Northern Territories of Australia have for this sport. They certainly deserve one, but is it going to be able to happen? I don't know. The Tasmanian Gunners, they've got enough gun runners down there, people down there with guns down in Tasmania. Lee, I thought of Tasmanian Tigers, but you've already got the Richmond Tigers, I suppose, haven't you? Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Darwin thing, going back to Hungry Man's comments with Darwin, they do. I mean, a lot of the Indigenous guys, the absolute flair players of this brilliant sport, are the Indigenous people of the Northern Territories and the islands up round there. They just play it like, I don't know if they're poor communities. I'd imagine they are poorer communities up there. They just play it with heart, passion, the love for the game. And they've just got that little spark that people in the more privileged parts of Australia, such as Melbourne, where you've got footy fields galore, you've got training facilities, you've got schools with facilities, you've got all of it on your doorstep. They maybe don't have as good facilities up there, but they just play it. And look at the way, the flair that they have on the pitch, the field of play. They can just turn it on at any given time. Three former Suns players, yeah, obviously Tom Lynch being one of my favourite players that played for the Suns there. You can't blame the lad for moving on to the Tigers, really, can you? He's slotted in there nicely. He's one of my favourite forwards up and coming. I think he's going to be around for a good while, kicking goals at the top level. What colours would Tasmania be? Really don't know. What's the colours of their flag in Tasmania? Do they have their own flag down there? Like, I'm sure their state flags. What's the colours of their state flag? I don't know. Maybe they would do something like that there to suit the state. Pat Fisher, there's a petition already going to get a Tasmanian team. If you're reading this, search it up. Yeah, I have actually seen a few things. I've never seen the petition, but there's a lot of call for it. Tasmania, blue and green, or green and yellow. Trying to think. There is no blue and green team anyway. Blue or green and yellow. There's no green and yellow team either, is there? Yeah, it's gonna, like, I think for any new team coming in, if you're Darwin, you're going to need a new stadium getting built there, up there to accommodate a new club, training facilities as well to accommodate a new club. Everything's going to have to get built from scratch. In Tasmania now, though, you've got the two grounds already there, so a lot less kind of money maybe they're going to need to be spent to make that one happen. But it is something I feel that for Darwin, they do need something, don't they, up there? They really do. John, Tom Lynch will definitely be a Coleman medal. I've no doubt about that. I really agree with you with that. Yeah.
Is this mine?
Yeah, there you are. Yours.
Are they?
Yeah.
Lots?
All of them, yeah. Go show your sisters then.
No.
No? So, I will call this live stream to an end. I'm going to have to go and get some tea. Do you know what? I'm not even going to make anything now. I blame... No. Lee, congratulations. You got me talking longer. But thanks very much, everyone that's joined the live stream again. I'm not going to cook now. I'm just going to get a chippy. Why not? Why the hell not? It's Friday. I'm up at 2:30 tomorrow morning, an ungodly hour on a Saturday to get up for your work. So I'm up there, do a full day in there, and then come out, maybe go out and do something then tomorrow. So thanks anyway for everyone who's came onto the live stream, the second one as well. Great to talk about footy. There is a few things that people's asked me to look at. I will actually have to look out the petition thing as well. It makes a lot of sense to me. What are you going to do for content during the off-season? Footy. All different types of stuff. You're going to witness me trying to improve my own personal footy skills. Do a few videos of that. There's going to be more reactions. There's going to be live streams. I'm going to do talk about drafts and stuff like that, do videos of me talking about the latest gossip and news. That'll be getting done. I'm going to be doing research on other historical stuff as well. I might do videos on that, looking into history of clubs, maybe do break down history of individual clubs, go from A to Z if I can. Obviously, it's not A to Z, but you know what I mean. Work my way through it that way. And try and do a little bit of background history on each club, the beginnings, whether there's been mergers in the past, etc., where they're from, where they've previously played, who established them, what year they were established in, etc., etc. Obviously, we touched on political backgrounds and religious backgrounds of clubs as well. All these little things, were they born out of deprived areas or more middle class areas, etc. So loads of stuff I could be doing. Absolutely loads of stuff I could be doing, and it's going to be footy based. That being the main thing. Try to get your hands on a size 5 Sharon. I've actually emailed Sharon twice to see if they'll donate one to the channel, but there has been no email back, so I've been a little bit cheeky asking for one. But those things are 190 precision size 5 Sharon, $190. What? That's madness. But anyway, I've emailed them, so hopefully they'll get back to me. I'll email them one more time, won't I? Give it third time lucky. See will they even send me an email back saying, look, we can't do it, but thanks for asking. But you never know. I do actually have SEN 1116 SEN radio station. I've actually spoke on it live for a while to them. On SEN, I've been on a Australian radio station live talking before, so I do listen to them the odd time as well. Yes, darling, I am. I'm finished. Thank you. Oh, wait there. Get a petition going. Go for it. Clash, when I get some money, I'll get you one. Oh, mate, thanks very much. Pat Fisher, everyone go spam the Sharon. There you go. I never said it. Pat reckons it might be a good idea to ask Sharon if they'll send the Don's channel a free size 5 precision footy so he can brush up on his footy kicking skills with a proper precision footy. Sharon, if you're listening. So this is the thing, like the ball I'm kicking's lightweight, very lightweight, so any little bit of wind at all blows it off course. It's not just my bad kicking, it's actually that it's too light. but my kicking was getting a lot better. But I didn't have the video evidence, but it is getting better, I promise you. I wasn't actually bad at soccer, actually pretty good at it. So it is a different ball. It is a little different technique. You don't drop the ball unless you're a goalkeeper onto your foot in soccer. Everything's from the ground, or you're taking it on the volley, or so to speak. But, you know, with the footy, you're kind of dropping it onto your foot with your stronger hand. But I have improved, but I need the better ball. So Sharon, if you're listening, Hungry Man, I actually emailed them about that, getting me a proper, send me a game ball, Sharon. Come on, like a company like that there's about 40 or 50 footies at grand final day just getting thrown about, and they're just throwing them about. Come on, what have they got to lose? Throw me one. I'll advertise Sharon when I'm kicking it. Oh, Sharon, go and get your Sharon footy, size 5 Sharon's precision footy, the best you can buy. Boom, boom, boom. The Kangaroo brand. Don't go anywhere else. Blah, de blah. You know, Sharon, that kind of advertisement might be quite good for them if I'm doing footy videos and the Australian people are watching me kicking a Sharon, average at best, but giving it a go and advertising the ball. What have they got to lose? Buffalo Sports. So Buffalo Sports sell one. I don't know if they make their own balls, if it's a Sharon or not. I don't know. Does Buffalo make their... Oh, so somebody says, but Buffalo are crap. I never said it, but I'm reading it. So anyway. Well, that's true, Asterix, mate. That as long as the weight's there, it's a good alternative because there's a little bit of weight there. It's a cheaper alternative. I could actually go and buy a cheaper one if they're not willing to donate. So, yeah, I mean, a few people mentioned and let you hold the Holy Grail. I mean, how good would that be? I would have to go into Richmond. Surely they have it at their ground, or whoever wins it, because it'll be 2021. So 2020's competition will be over. So the trophy will be with the current holders, I would imagine. So if I land round to them and ask, here, can I get to see that and get a photo and hold it, etc., I'm sure they'll let me. Plastic footies. We used to have balls when we were playing soccer that were like molded balls, the real hard, rubbery plastic balls, and you were playing out in the frost. The ground's like icy, and the ball was sore at the best of times getting hit. But see, when your legs were cold and somebody booted it real hard and hit off the back of your thigh or something, and it was unforgiving when it hit you. Those things were brutal to kick. So I'd imagine their plastic ball was kind of similar. And if you've got any colder weather as well and you get hit and it's wet and windy and cold and it's hit you, just want to curl over and Good luck getting into Richmond Football Club without a face tattoo. Brilliant, mate. Did anybody see the video that they put up, the meme of them? They paint themselves, it must be India, and tigers, paint their bellies in tigers and do the tiger dance. And they put the Richmond tune in the background, Tigerland, and they're all dancing in India with these tiger painted bellies. Oh, it made me laugh. It was fucking funny, I tell you. So 2020, though, if I come in 2021, we could have new premiers, so I could be visiting the Gold Coast Suns for all you know, to go and get my hands on the Holy Grail. Up at the Metricon in the Gold Coast, lovely sunshine all year round up there too. Win-win. Good luck getting into the Collingwood Cheers squad with a full set of teeth. Well, mate, I don't know if I'm going to be accepted because I've got a full set of teeth there. Joffa, he's hanging up his boots, or so to speak. He's hanging up the reins, I think, isn't he? He's no longer going to be the leader. Is this true? He's retiring. What a legend he actually is. A lot of people have a lot of stuff to say about him, but I've watched a lot of stuff about the guy, and see if you don't actually know a lot about him and you judge him on the way he looks and the ridiculous coat he wears and the hair and the hat, and he's so vocal in the stands, you would probably judge him in a bad way. But I watched quite a few YouTube videos on him, and he's a really good guy. He does a lot of work for charities. He does a lot of work for the Samaritans as well. He is just one of those guys that just gives his time for others. So a lot of people don't know that. So I've got nothing but respect for the man. Really surprised, actually. It just goes to show you don't judge a book by its cover. But I'm not too sure Joffa's got all of his own teeth. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Can anyone confirm that? Officially, he doesn't actually own a full set of teeth. Joffa doesn't, does he? He couldn't. He's Collingwood. Surprisingly articulate, which was another thing that stood out for me. This guy is not stupid, man. Very, very clever. The words they used, his grammar was brilliant. Articulate being a good word there, mate. Asterisk, you're very articulate. But, you know, he is very well spoken. Really good guy. Where did you hear about Joffa? I'd heard people saying Joffa. Lee, you might have done it as well. And I hadn't a clue what anybody was on about. And then YouTube actually suggested that I watch Joffa itself. So he popped up and I goes, fuck it, let's just watch some Joffa here. Yes, Joffa goes for Celtic. He goes for Celtic. That's the bad bit about Joffa. Joffa, what are you playing at, son? He's a West Ham supporter, actually, but I think he has a soft spot for Celtic. That's probably Collingwood's history. He's quite into the history of the football club, and Collingwood being a Catholic football club, Celtic being a Catholic soccer club, probably has a little bit of link. He's probably into the whole history of the whole thing, and I'd imagine that's why he kind of favours Celtic. Not very wise though, Joffa, my friend, if you're watching. I've nothing but good stuff to say about Joffa. Yeah, I think Joffa was in the UK. He knows an awful lot about soccer. He's actually a soccer fanatic, by the way. I watched a lot of videos. He's a huge West Ham United fan. Massive. He's been to a lot of games. I think he was actually born in England. That is actually true. I think Joffa's retired. I think he's just getting too old to be the leader. You'll probably see him at the Collingwood game still singing and chanting. I would not be surprised. But he's not going to be the leader of it. Pat Fisher saying he's a legend. He helps the homeless people. He helps people probably with addiction problems, homeless people. He's just a stand-up human being. You can't, the more, when you watch about him, you watch things about him, he just donates his time more than any money. If you're doing anything with charity, to throw a tenner's easy, but to donate your time is something special. He just donates his time for others. He's just a real human being. Stand-up human being that goes out of his way for others. I've got nothing but positive, apart from the Celtic thing, Joffa. Joffa, if you ever watch me, mate, you've picked the wrong team there, son. Newcastle United as well, I did see that. Joffa and Bronxy, mate, Joffa and I toured the UK together. Brilliant. So I've got a friend of the great man. And attended West Ham United and Newcastle United games. Did some videos. I've seen the videos, mate. I watched them. No, I watched them on YouTube. I watched the West Ham United and he's singing the songs. I'm forever blowing. I watched Joffa there, mate. So that must have been you. I watched. Respect, mate. Thanks very much. Really appreciate that. That's really, really brilliant. So, Bronxy, friend of Joffa, toured the UK at the soccer grounds, Newcastle United. But Bronxy, mate, pass on this message to Joffa for me. He should have been Glasgow Rangers, the red, white and blue, mate. What's he playing at? Good guy, man. Good guy anyway, all the same. Just a bit of banter. Tell him I said hello anyway, if Joffa watches, and tell him to give a shout out to the Dons channel. Sure, why the hell not? It's not going to do him any harm, is it? Bronxy, mate, you're a Collingwood supporter. A lot of people going on about the Collingwood not having teeth. Can you confirm that you have all your teeth? I'm a Hibs fan myself. Wow, we've got a Hibs fan. That's a pretty of a strange one, you know. But Hibs, brilliant, mate. They're a Scottish side. Hibs are a Scottish side, so he's a Hibs fan. A bit of a rival of Rangers as well, actually, for similar reasons to Celtic historically. But all the same, good banter, mate. But as I say, real good having that banter, and you're telling me that there. I'm really happy that I got that bit of information. AFL Evolution. I have heard of it. I actually have the Xbox One, so I might actually look into that. Maybe on Amazon or something. I'll sell it. I might actually have a look for that. That would be unreal. Do you know what I would be like though? See if I could build and design a player, because sometimes they let you do that. I would build a player in the absolute spitting image of the great, big, bad, bustling Bazza Hall, bashing folk, biff, bath, bosh, bang, bang, bang. Bazza fighting soon as well. Good luck, Bazza, mate. One of my favourite legends of the AFL. Love Barry Hall. Wish him well in this boxing fight. Kick his ass. Love the guy, man. Thanks for passing on the message anyway. Pass on the message to Joffa. Respect for what you do there. I don't know if you help him in the charity work that he does, but I tell him that a real great guy. I have watched quite a lot of videos about him on his channel because I just got hooked on it and I was watching it. So maximum love out to the guy and yourself, mate. Some rugby guy soon. So obviously we're going to back the AFL man over at Rugby Man, aren't we? Come on, Barry Hall, legend of the Doggies and the Swans, of course, and other teams. St Kilda, him and Plugger, Tony Plugger Lockett at St Kilda together. Could you imagine anything more frightening? And Danny Frawley as well. He wasn't afraid to hit you, him being in the same team. My word. St Kilda must have been the hardest killing machine back then. Bazza versus the Donfather pay-per-view. I'm 5'9", mate. He's about 6'6". That's unfair to say the least. Tell you what though, when he's not looking, I'll fuck the nut on him. I maybe get the size of my head. I've got a huge forehead. Maybe that'll give me a bit of an advantage. I don't know. I love Barry Hall, mate.
Daddy. Daddy. Dad. The boy there.
The boys there, I know. I'm going to have to go now. I'm actually going to have to get the tea. I forgot the girls have to go to some thing that they go to this evening as well. And I'm getting up early. Pat, pleasure's all mine, mate. Really enjoyed it. Somebody says, oh, I'm back without the background noise. Well, you've just got a new background noise. That was Ribsy. I'm actually just going now, so you're only just back, mate. Bronxy, take care of yourself. Thanks very much. Lee, as always, thanks for joining. Sally, hi and bye. Unfortunately, Luke, if you're...
Daddy, boo-boos.
Look, I won't have... I'm actually getting quite hungry as well, so I will have to go get something. Everyone, if I never said your name there, Clash, mate, my usual suspects that come, and my new people, thanks very much for joining. I love these live streams. I love to get to talk to you about this great game. Brilliant stuff. Are you going to say bye to everyone?
Bye.
Bye in Australia.
Bye.
Bye, Australia.
Bye.
See you later. Thanks very much. Or pizza. I'm going to get a chippy. I'm a chippy man. You know, some people go for Chinese, Indian, all these other kind of exotic kind of places. Just give me a bloody chippy and we're happy. Just basic chippy stuff. Chippy food, good stuff. My grandfather was a basic man. Loved a beer. Loved a fish and chips. Packet of crisps on a Friday with a beer on a Saturday. Just simple food, real food, heartwarming stuff. That's what it's all about. Do you know something? I did do a video of a Scottish meal, Stovies, the most basic of basic, wartime ration type meal. Give it a go. Butter your bread heavily. Don't be afraid to butter it. But if you can get nice loaves that you slice yourself, get a good thick sliced loaf with loads of butter and dip it into the hot Stovies. It's just feel good food. Brings back great memories. Straya, mate. It just brings back great memories of being a child in Scotland. Ration food, basic food. Anybody can cook it, but you'll enjoy it. Trust me. It is canned corned beef. People did use other beef, beef dripping or something like that. There. Chicken salt. Well, somebody's actually said they'll maybe send me one in a parcel, so I might get some chicken salt in a parcel from someone sending some stuff over. So fingers crossed I can get that and try chicken salt. Everybody is absolutely raving about chicken salt. Chicken salt just happens to be one of the greatest inventions outside of the greatest Australian masterpiece, the greatest Australian invention of all time, outside of footy, of course, is the Tim Tam Slam. I need to mention one thing on this. I have never experienced anything in my mouth like that. Don't turn this disgusting, people. Come on. This is a family channel. I've never experienced anything exploding in my mouth. This is a family channel, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Like the Tim Tam Slam, my word, the fluffy, cloudy, bubbly goodness, chocolate goodness of the Tim Tam Slam. It's one of the greatest things I ever experienced. I'm going to leave it on that note. Honestly, guys, the Tim Tam Slam. Well done. Well done to you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Australia. Thank you. Thanks very much. Goodbye, guys. See you later.